crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raven and grain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom, boom. Yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpopular Hour. Finally, this week, I've been having issues about trying to get on. I couldn't, it wasn't working, and it was freezing and all this stuff. And thanks to my guys, Collaborative Logic, I was telling Drew, we're joined by Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com.
How we doing?
And I was just telling Drew, I got on, I finally called him. I was like, man, I can't get the show. I tried to do the show last night, tried to do it today, couldn't work, blah, blah, blah. Got on 2 minutes later. He fixed it. He goes, oh, it was your cable. I'm like, dude, really? I mean, really? I mean, I'm sitting there struggling for hours trying to do it by myself, talking to Restream, and we're going back and forth, and get my guys a Collaborative Logic, and it took 2 minutes to diagnose the issue. So I highly recommend those guys. But how's your day going, man? What's up, Drew?
Man, it's been a day. I've been going since early, and then this weather's changing on me.
Yeah, I can tell it is because my sinuses are starting to go a little crazy.
It got cold
Today.
out there, my friend.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all like the weather? Wait 15 minutes.
Because you are in Oklahoma, right? Isn't that how it always works? Hey, did you get a chance to watch the Thunder game last night?
I caught the highlights. It kind of turned out like I thought it would. It's just a bad matchup, man. They, Clay does Clay things against the Thunder.
Oh my God. He is ridiculous. What is it with him and the Thunder? It's just he just goes off.
Yeah, that was an impressive performance last night.
Yeah, well, we started out good the first quarter. SJ and Clay were kind of going at it. And then all of a sudden, dude, it was like second quarter came in, and Drew, I have a stat here. So we were sitting there watching, and where was it? It was 46-42 second quarter. SGA was 7 minutes ago. They had started a run coming back. SGA gets up, Drew. He sits SGA back down.
Yep.
Okay? And when he comes in, it's 46-45. They go on a 36-12 run from the time that SGA stood up to go in the game. When he set him back down, they went on a 36-12 run. Now, clearly, SGA is like, okay, they're getting ready to make a run. I need to get in the game. And the coach set him back down. I was like, are you what? And I'm like, how do you not see this run coming? But by the time he got in, Clay he made like 5 runs. It was over to the pool, and it was done, Drew. It was done.
Yeah, he got away pretty quick from him.
Yeah, but I'm like, why would you sit your best player? If he stands up ready, oh, you didn't tell him to get in the game, so you're sitting him down? He's so frustrated. He's beyond frustrating to me, Drew. He is beyond frustrating to me.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do in the offseason is if they make a move with the coach.
They're not. I don't think he will. That's his boy, and he likes him, and Sam is very loyal, but just like he was with Billy Donovan. Because to me, the Thunder's issue started with Billy Donovan hire. You lost KD right there with that hire by him telling KD come out of the game, and he had just made 4 straight threes. And Randy and I were sitting there looking at it. When we said that, we went, oh, I can't say the word, but you know what we were saying. Oh,
yeah.
He's on fire, bro. I understand you're a college coach, and that, you and I talked about college coaches in the NFL. The biggest mistakes they make is thinking they're still in college and you can tell people what to do. No, he's at that point, KD was the second best player in the league behind LeBron at that point?
Yeah.
Third, maybe?
Yeah, probably second.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're he's on fire. He's just made 4 straight threes, backing up further each time he shoots it. And you're pulling him out the game because you're worried about your rotation pattern.
Mhm.
I mean, dude. And then you hire
Yeah,
this
they
guy. I don't
last
get it.
night they just kind of got exposed on the defensive end. When Dort didn't play,
Yeah,
being that hurts them on the defensive end,
yeah, it
and
does.
then and Clay just does Clay things like we just said against the Thunder. So
Yeah, he does. But it was just frustrating, dude, because that one sequence ended the game. It was over.
yep.
And I'm like, and people don't understand if they don't understand basketball. It's little 2 or 3 plays here and there. It's just like I think I told you the story when I was watching the Cowboys and the Giants, and the Cowboys would have went when Tony Romo was the quarterback, and the Dallas, and we're right in the end zone, so we're right behind Dallas, and Romo throws this pass, and we're sitting there, and the owner, the vice president, one of the vice presidents of the Packers, is sitting right next to me, and I didn't know who he was. And I forget what's the guy's name. He was Clayton or whatever that came from a like NEO or something like that, and he made it all the way to the league. And he drops his touchdown pass. T.O. was in playing for the Cowboys. Drops his touchdown pass, and then the Cowboys punt. R.W. Quarters runs it back to like the 15-yard line or whatever. The Giants score. This guy gets on his phone. I'm sitting right next to him, Drew. He gets on his phone. He goes, "Hey, start printing up the tickets. Giants are on their way coming to see us." And I looked at him like, it's the third quarter. It's like 8 minutes left. And he goes, "Son, I've watched enough football. This game's over." That drop touchdown pass, the return. He goes, "This game's over. Cowboys are going to give me. Giants are coming to see us." And he was right on the money. He was
Yep.
right on the money. And that's when I think they beat Tom Brady the first time. Wasn't that the first time they beat Tom Brady?
Yep.
Was that because what was that, 90 or 2000, whatever that was? Anyway,
Well, yeah, what was it, 90? Was it 98?
it was,
First shot?
well, Prescott was, no, it was when Tony Romo and, what's his name was there? Tony Romo and I think Terrell was there then too.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I learned is from that point on, it was like there's little things in a game that make a difference. That drop pass made everything, because literally, Drew, he'd have been running today. He was,
I know
it
exactly
was
what you're
wide
talking
open.
about.
Yeah, he was wide open. So anyway, so that play right there, when SJ stood up, I thought, oh my God. And then also what happened to the Thunder, they had just beat the Rockets 153-121.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Tough
2
road
days
trip
before.
going back across country, and then to get a letdown, so Steph not playing, and I don't know, they just didn't look prepared. And they got behind, and then just snowballed on them.
Yeah, dude, it went, that run, they never recovered. Never recovered. And
I'll be surprised if they don't continue the snowball tonight.
yeah, the Lakers Thunder tonight. We will be watching the game, and tonight we're doing a live stream from the Boot, 110 South May Avenue, the new sports bar called the Boot. We'll be there tonight doing the game live, and I don't think you're going to make it though, are you, Drew?
We're gonna try it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, but anyway, our guy Chad, Corey, and my boy Woody.
On a school night around here.
Yeah, yeah, 9 o'clock is late, and then so anyway, Drew.
9:30.
No, it's at 9. It's coming on 9 there because TNT. They moved it up.
Did they move it
They
up?
moved it up because TNT. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it's so funny is he sends me this deal to post, right, Drew? It's got Lou Dort on there guarding LeBron. I'm like, Lou Dort ain't even playing. Chad, what? Come on, bro. Don't be sending me a poster and they ain't playing.
That may be a long game tonight with all the breaks and especially if he breaks your record.
Yeah, and he needs to score 36, which he can do. The thing is this, they play Milwaukee, Thursday, I think? So he could also break it against them if he doesn't do it. But can you imagine paying $74,000 for a ticket?
Oh, boy.
And then he doesn't break the record?
Yeah, he'll live on the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, I don't think there's no way that he doesn't break the record tonight. I mean, I just don't see it. We don't have anybody that can keep up with him. You think, Drew?
No, I mean, he's a bad matchup for the Thunder. They just don't have anybody long enough to stay in front of him. They can go by committee, and I don't think. I mean, I look for him to break the record probably in sometime late third quarter, early fourth.
Yeah. Well, what I'm planning on doing, Drew, is I'm trying to decide. I think when he comes on, when he starts getting near the record, I'm just going to go ahead and start going live right then and there so we can be on air while he's breaking the record. I think I'm just going to do that then to kind of get it a little bit more spice or whatever for us to be on air live when he actually does break it.
You'll know by halftime.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. He'll be my guess is he'll be at 20-something at half. Unlike Clay's 28 at half last night, or 27 last night.
See what spread's been gradually going up today, too. Started at 5.5.
It's at 6. Hey, Drew, Clay had 27 at half. He was 10 for 14 from the field, 7 for 9 from threes at half last night. Stupid. But yeah, I agree with you, Drew. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. So, but in NBA scoring, well, let's talk about some NBA news, Drew. The Nets traded Kyrie to the Mavs. We were going to talk about this yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to because clearly I didn't know that. I just needed to unplug my cable from the thing and just go wireless. I did not know that. Anyway, for Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and an unprotected 2029 first and second in 2027. What's your thoughts?
We talked about it a little bit yesterday. I mean,
well, we talked about it off air.
Yeah. To me, I think it may. Well, but now you're hearing rumors that the Nets are unloading. They're trying to unload KD as well. So my thoughts yesterday were that the Nets probably win that trade because I like Dinwiddie and Finney-Smith, and I think both those guys can play. But if you're trying, it looks like they're just trying to unload contracts. So, that being said, can that duo mesh in Dallas? Or is Kyrie gonna do Kyrie things? You know what I mean? A little bit more lax down in Texas, so I think he'll be able to get away with a lot more than he did in New York. Not quite the Soup Bowl of media, although there is a lot of media in Dallas, but it's not near what New York City is. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think it'll be a story to watch. I think it definitely puts Dallas right there in the mix to try to go win one. So,
yeah, my deal is this: the only question I'm going to have is down the stretch. They both like the ball in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
The question is,
exactly. They're both ball dominant,
and that's the question. Now, it existed fine with KD because he's passive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he likes the ball, but he doesn't care. Which, speaking of that, somebody was talking about, you and I were listening to the radio yesterday. And this person on the radio was talking about KD with the Thunder and how that would be horrible. And I'm like, that is the dumbest statement of what is wrong with you? KD to the Thunder would be fantastic simply because of the fact that the way that we do, the way that SGA drives, the way that Josh drives, and you've got KD sitting on the wing hitting wide open jump shots? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a horrible thing. And he's talking about, well, some Oklahoma City fans are mad at KD. And I'm like, okay, first of all, Oklahoma City fans, you need to blame management, not KD.
Mm-hmm.
For the coach that they hired, number one. For number two, picking Russell Westbrook over him. Okay, those two things you cannot blame Kevin Durant for, but you guys are just mad because he left about the Warriors in Game 5 and whatever, and Russell took more shots than KD did down the stretch. But all y'all want to do is blame KD. No, I don't blame you. You going to pick that dude who I'm better than over me? Yeah, I'm out.
They were struggling on that network yesterday with their commentary.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was, you and I were laughing like, what are y'all talking? But that's once again when you're talking out of your lane. You don't know what you're talking about. You got people just running their mouths, and that's all they were doing. But of course, Oklahoma City fans are, oh yeah, that's right. Be educated. Be smarter. And that's what we're trying to do on this show. And what we try to do after the storm is educate the public. The smarter you are, the more you understand, the more supportive you will
Hmm.
be.
Well, just speaking of KD, you know, boy, I tell you what, the names that are being floated out there right now. I mean, Jaylen Brown for KD and move KD to Boston.
Well, they've been doing that
Wow.
for a while. KD, and
Or or
If you put KD and Jason Tatum
or
together,
in
it's
Phoenix.
over. Boston will win hands down if you put KD and Jason
Hmm.
Tatum together. That's over. Boston will win, which we
Well,
don't
and then
want, right?
the other one floated out there is Phoenix.
Yep. Well, Phoenix,
I don't know who Phoenix is going to have to give up,
you can give
but
up your North Carolina boy. You can give up some picks.
you know,
You can give up Chris Paul. You can give up the big boy. You got some assets to do for
yeah,
that.
they
So
do.
now, what do you think about Ja Morant, his friend, being banned for a year from FedEx Forum by pointing at the damn gun with a laser on it at the Indiana Pacers bus? I mean, players. I mean, what? Ja, first of all, I don't know if
Yeah,
you
first
saw
of
Shannon
all,
Sharp.
John,
I don't know if you saw Shannon Sharp's rant yesterday, but he goes, Ja, what are you doing?
hmm
That's not your life anymore. You're not
yeah,
hard. You're making 200 people who make $200 million are not hard. If you're an
right.
NBA player, it's time for you to cut them out. And even Shannon made the comment about one of his boys. He's like, bro, you went to prison over some dumb stuff. No, you can't come to my games because when things get heated, you're gonna go do something stupid,
Yeah.
and you
Well,
represent
yeah.
me.
I mean, it's warranted. I mean, who are you? He can't be surrounding himself with people like that. Plus, he's got to be wary of the fact that who else are they sitting around? I mean, I'm sure that his seats are dump box seats and
Yep.
around other people that are members of the team and the organization. So I'm sure that there probably wasn't much of a conversation. I mean,
No. What if his dad needs to take his sunglasses off and quit being
yeah,
Ja Morant's dad and be Ja Morant's dad
yeah,
and step up and say, son, listen, those are your boys, but you've got 10 more years in the league and another 200 million to make. Or you can be
mhm,
around them and just like what was the guy at Alabama? The one mistake by his boy. His life's over, Drew.
yeah,
Life
yeah,
over. One
yeah. And
mistake.
then I've been noticing ever since the just on just the Memphis Grizzlies as a whole, ever since the Shannon Sharp incident and the fight about
Have
break
gone
out,
downhill, bro.
they have they have not been playing very well since that moment. So I don't know. Well, it's going to be interesting what they do the rest of the year.
Yep.
They they may need to have a players only meeting and get it back together
Get
because
it.
they've kind of fallen off.
Yep, and then of course Steph Curry out and definitely with ligament damage. Now
Yep.
you look at the Grizzlies; they're now 32-21. Now they're 4.5 games back of the Nuggets,
Hmm.
and the Warriors now are seventh. And it's just weird how you can lose a game and you're that 8 or 6 or 7 through 13 is 27 games, 25 games. There's 2 games separating that group right there. So the Warriors can't afford to lose games at
Nope.
27 and 26 at seventh place.
Nope. It's definitely bunched at the top there, and we both the opinion that I think the Warriors will be just fine.
Yep,
I mean, how long are they saying that Steph is out?
for at least 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, I mean, you got to figure Dallas is probably going to move up, and
Yeah, and they're sitting
amazingly,
fifth. They're sitting fifth right now at 29 and 26.
yeah, the Clippers are playing well. I think the Kings will fall off.
Yeah, you still say that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the Kings all since the beginning of the year, and you've been like, yeah, no, 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 that's not happening. You've been all over that, bro.
I can't believe they're 7 games over 500 right now. I just don't know how they're doing it.
They're balling. But
Mm.
speaking of NBA and the games last night, Drew, there were some good games last night,
Yeah,
and
there were some really good games last night.
you had the Cavs killing the Wizards, which of course we figured that.
There were some high scoring games last night.
The Celtics killing the Pistons. Of course, you know that's not weren't even going to be a game. The Celtics are just clearly separating themselves from the whole league right now. The Clippers beating the Nets, which
Well, that's another reason that I didn't play a whole lot last night. What I did play nice, but the Clippers with the Nets, it was just tough to kind of figure out who was going to show up for the Nets and were they in it, because that's just a crushing blow for them. I mean, the other guys on the teams not named Durant and Kyrie Irving. I mean, those guys, they got to feel like they got no shot. So
and Dinwiddie's got to be happy coming back because he used to play for the Nets.
yeah,
And he was quite successful with them too, by the way. So, and then the Spurs losing again. They're just trying. They're not even trying. Them and the Rockets, neither one of them are trying to win. Spurs got beat by 26 by the Bulls in Chicago. And then the Rockets got beat by 20 at home against the Kings.
Yeah, those two teams are neck and neck to see who's going to get the overall number one pick.
Who's going to be in line to get the? Doesn't mean they're going to get it because Houston. Remember, last year they had the number one overall pick, worst record. They finished third.
Yep.
So you never know how that's going to work. And then of course the Mavs beat the Jazz. Not a fan of the Jazz. You like them more than I do.
Well, they're good at home. I play the Jazz at home more than I do on the road, obviously. But the Mavs came out on fire last night. That was kind of a surprising outcome to me, beating the Jazz by 13 points.
Yep. I was shocked at that as well. The Bucks 127, the Blazers 108. I did not see them going to Portland and doing that to them.
I didn't either, and just a history between the Bucks and the Blazers. The Blazers usually play them pretty tough. For whatever reason, they have usually they have pretty good size on Giannis, but Bucks kind of been kicking it in gear here lately, so they got to keep up. They got to keep pace with the Celtics.
Yeah, they do. And then of course Thunder.
Bucks, the Celtics are 36-18. The Bucks are 37-17. So. What game?
Yeah, you thought I thought it would be a better game than that. Tonight, though, we got a nice slate. Knicks and Magic, not so much. The Hawks and the Pelicans. That's going to be a good one, Drew, in New Orleans.
I really want to jump on the Hawks plus the 2 points, but New Orleans fades me every time I play them at home. So we'll see. I may end up throwing a little something on the over there.
Yep. Then you have the Suns at the Nets. I'm looking for the Nets to rebound a little bit tonight.
Yeah, Suns are favored by almost 8 points at Brooklyn.
I think it's going to be closer than that, Drew, don't you?
Obviously, KD's not playing.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to play again until.
That's just a bad game to be gambling on because the Suns are terrible on the road, and Brooklyn's not playing with any of their players.
Yep.
So
I think it's going to be a setup.
They end up being a clunker.
Yep. Then you have the Bulls and the Grizz.
Now that may be a good game.
Yeah.
I throw that one on.
Yeah, to me the Bulls have to. I mean, they've got to start winning some games, and that Grizzlies at home, they're tough to beat there in Minnesota. Then you got, in New Orleans. New Orleans. What the hell am I talking about? Memphis. God dang, man, I'm all over the place. Well, Ja, the rest of his crew. The question is, are they going to be there? But the deal is this though, Drew. To get back to that, why are you having a gun, pointing a gun at somebody because of an argument
Memphis.
on the court? Drew, an argument on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, let me tell you this. Remind me to tell you the off air, the story about the beatdown of the cops killing that guy too. Let me tell you about that later. T-Wolves Nuggets.
That's gonna be a good game. I like my T-Wolves, so I look for them to keep it close. I look for them to keep it close. The T-Wolves are starting to play good. Nuggets are tough at home, but
what is that spread?
Let's see here. It is 8.5.
What?
Yeah.
Who's not playing?
I'm on the T-Wolves plus the 8.5.
Somebody's not playing, right?
Let me read here. Yeah. Minnesota is covered in their last 7 games on the road versus Denver. Looks like everybody's playing.
Okay, I definitely will do that. I'm talking about my goddaughter just sent me something. Uh, the Thunder at the Lakers. Didn't you pick that? Did you take the over in that? You didn't take the spread,
I
did you?
did. I
You took
took the
both?
Lakers. Yeah, I took both of it. I think the Lakers will win, and cover. And I look for it to go over. I look for quite a few points to be scored tonight.
Okay. We're gonna
I
do.
think I think LeBron's going to live on the free throw line. I don't really. They have no matchup. They have nobody to guard AD or LeBron.
Okay, we're
So
gonna do instead of doing our sponsors, we're gonna do your deal, and then we're gonna go to our sponsors afterwards. You got the Lakers -6 is what you said because of that, and then the over 239.
yeah, again, kind of back at it. I just think LeBron's going to live on the free throw line tonight. I think too much money's gone into um, them wanting to get this record broken. I mean, it's a made for TV event, so we'll see how many times he. I'd like to see the over under on how many free throws he shoots tonight. I bet, and much as he's been complaining about not getting to the line, I bet he shoots 12, 13 free throws.
Didn't you say
So,
that? Didn't you say Jordan paid 230 million as a backup if he doesn't get the game? If he
yep,
doesn't
try
score?
to move the Charlotte game to national television.
That's hilarious. He's not. He'll break the scoring record way before then. He's got to do it in L.A. There's no question. You got the T Wolves +8.5 is what you ended up. It was 8.5.
Yeah, again. I mean, the T Wolves are match up pretty well. They have covered the last 7 times on the road against Denver. It's a regional matchup for them. Those two teams really don't like each other all that much. They played in the playoffs the last few years. I look for the T Wolves to play. Anthony Edwards usually plays well against Denver, so I'll take the T Wolves plus the 8.5 points. I think that number's too big.
Yep. Then you got the Bulls and the Grizzlies. You're taking the over in that game, huh?
Yeah, neither one of those teams play a whole lot of defense. I I look for both of them to shoot a lot of shots going to be going up in that game. Not too many shot clock violations.
And speaking of that, do you think the Lakers should trade for Zach LaVine? I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see the upside in Zach LaVine. I just don't.
I don't know how good a fit he's got to be with the Lakers. I mean,
I just don't. I don't like that. I don't like that deal at all. I don't. I don't like that move at all. And then LeBron talking about, oh, I guess it's just me. Yeah, nobody wants to play with you.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Nobody wants to play with you. Yeah, it is you.
What was your first? Where was your first giveaway?
I think it's hilarious. His ego is off the chain. In college basketball, you got Michigan State -3. You got the Sparties.
Yeah, I like Sparty at home. They're not the greatest team on the road, but they get that crowd in there behind them. They're sitting kind of. They're kind of like lots of other blue bloods right now. They're firmly on the bubble. At 14-9, they had a lot of early season losses, but Big Ten race is kind of coming down to the wire here, and I don't know. Maryland, to me, they're a better team at home. I don't know that they're going to be able to deal with the is zone tonight. I'll give me Michigan State in that short number.
Dude, and how about Ish, the former Michigan State walk-on basketball player, spending $4 billion to buy the Suns? How about that?
Crazy, isn't it?
And then it's saying you go from a walk-on, taking over your daddy's mortgage company, and then 20 years later you are the owner of an NBA franchise. And what's so funny, LeBron can't even own a franchise. He can't get one. Oh, that's funny. You got to love the NBA. Auburn +3.
Yeah, Auburn coming off a big weekend game, coming back. They're on the road at A&M. A&M used to have a pretty good home court advantage. Not so sure that Auburn's played in some pretty tough environments over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they fared out pretty well. I don't really see that gym really giving them too many issues. The only thing that kind of worries me is that they have played so many tough games over the last couple of weeks, and that they just don't go out tonight and lay an egg. But they're the better team, although both these teams are on the bubble and both these teams are fighting for NCAA bids, so it should be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Then, of course, last but not least, you've got UConn. Now, is this the girls or the boys?
This is the boys, and this is a marquee game for them. UConn was as high as number 2 in the country. It kind of fallen on hard times, but they're kind of been battling back here the last week or two. They've got a Marquette team coming in ranked 10th, which I think is a little high. And at UConn tonight, it's a good resume builder. It's a short number at home. I think UConn's a better team and gets them kind of right back in the mix of looking for a top 4 seed in the tournament too. So
Yeah, real nice. I agree with that 100%. So, that being said, we're going to pay some bills and thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. I appreciate them for making me look completely stupid today, taking 2 minutes to fix something that I spent hours on yesterday, hours on the day being hard-headed, like, oh, I can fix this problem myself. Yeah, no. In the future, just go ahead and sign up with somebody like them, and they are perfect for diagnosing problems. They can just remote in and not have to even be at your office. If you need any computers, any software written to make your office run smoother, or if you want any software written or websites built, they're great for all that. In fact, they built my website, mcsportsnetwork.com, where you can go watch any of our shows either after the storm or the Unpopular Hour. They're great for that. SRB and my guy Mark Long, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, he is the dude for that. Oak Grove Trucking, by the way, I'm wearing his hat and pullover right now, his hoodie.
Jose, I got it.
Yeah, he got his shirt, Jose. I gave him his shirt yesterday so he can leave you the hell alone about not having some stuff. Now he has a hat and a T-shirt. So
Hair on it, but I got it cleaned up.
yeah, did you wash it? Oh, what has got hey, it's Ace. I've got a pit bull that sheds. I'm sorry. I've got his hair all over me right now. He gets up and like he's a hugger.
I had that damn shirt on. My dogs are going crazy.
Oh yeah, they would have been nuts with that. Like, who is this dude? Fortunately, he's a boy, so they'd have been all right. Anyway, and then Greg and Max Nafee, appreciate them always supporting whatever I do. And last but not least, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank to make things happen.
Yes, they are. They're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC. And you can pre-qualify online with them at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go in and see, what do you call him, the Horn Man?
Go see the Horn Man. Go see Nathan Taylor. They like to see you come in anyway. They like to meet their customers, press a little flesh. But you can fill it out online.
Yeah, he said that they're definitely they're a personal bank and they prefer, that personal relationship. But either way you want to do it's fine. And then they're also our sponsor for our minority, Black and women-owned business remote live streams, which we haven't done in over a week because of the weather. So we'll be back on doing those Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna be because we haven't seen Keith yet. We haven't seen Keith and Chris, man.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have plenty to say.
I don't know if they're going to say anything since the 49ers
well,
got beat.
They beat my Cowboys, so I'm going to just have to take one on the chin.
Yeah, but then on Friday, you're going to have to deal with the Eagle fans at Georgia's Happy Hog. Right. So
TikTok, their time's coming.
Yeah, so we'll discuss that and get to deal with them. But we want to thank YNB for their sponsorships. For that. So speaking of the game this weekend, what is your gut about
what's up, boys?
The NFL? Hey, man, why does he do that, Drew? Why does he just jump on in?
Come on. We never know when he's coming in. Hot stick carry.
Line change coming in. Come on.
Oh my God. That's what they do in hockey too. Bam, they're just on ice. There he is. Just bam, there. Just here you go. So what is y'all's prediction this weekend?
Pain.
Is that what
you old heads? That's a little Rocky 3. So
Pain.
Sorry about that. Pain.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick the Eagles because I just can't do it. Any self-respecting Dallas Cowboy fan can't do it. But I think it's gonna be a battle of the two forces. I mean, can Philly stop Mahomes, and can Kansas City stop Philly's running game? So to me, that spells a lot of points. I don't think 50 is going to be enough. I think it's going to be more. Teams are going to score more than 50 points combined. I always take the better quarterback and the better coach. So I'll take the Chiefs.
What about you, Ben?
Man, I'm right there with you. I know Mahomes is, fully participant in practice. I know he's doing everything that I know you got to say that stuff too. I mean, he might not actually be, and that might
Dude,
be doing a little bit.
he's better than he was in the championship game. I can
Oh
promise you
yeah,
that.
100%.
Yeah, so I think the improvement over his injury versus Jalen Hurts' injury, like I just believe that Mahomes, like Drew just said, better quarterback, better coach. I'm right there with him. I think the Eagles might have like a better core. I don't know, like a better like
They got a better overall team for sure.
Yeah, but I think that you win games with your quarterback and your coach, and there's no stopping Mahomes. To be honest, to be quite honest, there's no.
I think
Go
the
ahead.
experience factor may come into play a
Yep.
little bit too.
100%. Yeah, I mean the Eagles might be back here in a couple of years and do it again. But
Well,
I
the
mean,
problem is
they
that
have
won't.
Sue.
No, but Ben, you gotta understand they
They-
gotta pay Jace. They gotta pay Jalen Hurts.
I
They
know.
gotta pay him next year.
I
So
know.
this team is gonna get shot up quick. So are the
Yep, they're not going to have
Bengals.
no
The
Ndamukong Suh. They're not going to
Bengals.
have
The
anybody like
Bengals.
that.
They're gonna be shot up. They're gonna be done too because you gotta pay. Okay, Drew. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna throw
You
this
got to
out
pay
there.
Chase.
I'm gonna pay this already. Nick Sirianni got fired by the Chiefs. Did you know that Andy fired him?
Yeah.
And he's trying to go, oh, well, he fired me. Dude, y'all were what, 3-14, and you're a receivers coach. Yeah. You're fired. Am I wrong, Drew? Do you fire him? You're fired.
He's trying to find some bulletin board material.
There ain't no,
Good for him.
y'all were garbage. The Chiefs were garbage. Okay, how are you going to, if you come in as my question to him, how many people did you keep when you took over as head coach of the Eagles? How many people did you keep?
That's always the interesting thing because, like, when you're taking over a new job, who do you keep? Who do you take? Like from your old place, like it's very interesting on some of these things.
Well, especially when you're 3-14. Yeah, but Ben, when you're 3-14, come on.
Yeah, that's bad. No, that's bad.
Hey, that reminds me. Did you see Sean Payton's interview about Russell and the people in the office, coaches and all that?
I loved it.
Yeah, we're
I
not
loved
going to have
every
that.
bit
We
of
got
it.
our own staff.
He goes, I'm unfamiliar with that. I'm unfamiliar with that.
We have our own staff.
Get you an RV. Get you an RV outside. I don't know what that is. They can stay outside. We're gonna do work in here together.
And he's shaking his head like, we're not doing none of that. Yeah, none of that's happening. I'm unfamiliar with that. I said that's a no. That is
that's foreign to me.
Yeah.
That's foreign to me.
Yeah, that just cracks me up. I just laugh, man. I'm like, dude, you are absolutely crazy. In Big 12 last night, guys, Kansas took care of Texas. Didn't you have that pick, Drew? Didn't you have that yesterday as your pick? One of your picks?
Did. By the way, I went 4-0 last night.
Oh.
Yep. No, I didn't watch a second and won some money. I'm in.
Well, Ben, you already know you're already in with Drew. And in fact, yesterday, Drew, I was propping you up because somebody was asking me about our show, and he goes, I have my guy on, and da-da-da-da. And I go, he's something like 37-17 or something stupid like that in this week.
So good.
Is that what it is? Is that what the record is, Drew? Well, actually, what is it? 41-17
It's
now?
over that.
Yeah, it's right now sitting 41-17-1.
That's just stupid. That's just stupid.
That's over the last 7 days.
Do you like money?
That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's stupid.
Do you like money? That's the only question you can ask.
I'm sorry. 50-17-1 over the last 7 days.
Oh, my goodness.
50-17-1.
31 units.
That's just stupid. That is just ridiculously stupid. But anyway.
I followed all of them but one day, I think, so far, just because I woke up too late.
Yep.
So I'm right up. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
You're feeling good. Kylie, your wife's really happy with you right now.
She's out of town. I'm just hanging out.
Oh, she's out of town.
This is what paid for her flights to get out there, man.
It's just you and the dogs right now. You're good, huh?
Just me and the pups in the rain, yeah.
But anyway, 88-80, Drew, we talked about it, how Kansas needed to get a win, losing 4 out of their last 5 in the Big 12.
Yeah, and, they just, Texas coming in, getting all the publicity. KU knew you normally sitting on top of the Big 12. They had to have that coming down the stretch. They've got a pretty tough schedule on the way out. Just kind of a statement game too.
Yep.
Let Texas know that you're not the big show.
No, you're not. Then you got games tonight. You have TCU number 17 at Kansas State number 12 at 8:00 tonight on ESPN the U.
Yeah, I actually looked at that game earlier. that's not those two teams are just so up and down. So tough to. I watched TCU play live and in person Saturday, and they got some big boys, but they're missing a couple guys. So if they're not fully healthy going to Kansas State, Kansas State's tough, especially at
especially at
home.
home.
Yeah, and they get it going. The defense they play at home is different than what they do on the road. K State laying 4.5. TCU coming off a bad loss, not a bad loss, but a loss at Oklahoma State, and then had to turn around and play Kansas State again, another defensive-minded basketball team that likes to rebound. I don't know, 4.5 may be a little too much, but if put a gun to my head, I'd probably take Kansas State in that game.
Yeah, and then tomorrow night on Big Wednesday, you've got number 11 Iowa State versus West Virginia at West Virginia, and we know it's always hard to win down there for whatever reason. West Virginia has seemed to turn everything around, and that's whether it's football or basketball. I don't know if they have hockey down there. I don't know if it's cold enough to have hockey at West Virginia though.
Yeah, well, that and West Virginia is I mean, Iowa State's firmly in the tournament, probably a 2 or a 3 seed, and West Virginia squarely on the bubble.
Yep.
So they may be the last, them and Oklahoma State, the last fighting.
Old Huggins.
Yeah, Bobby the Huggy Bear.
Old Huggins out there.
Yeah, Texas Tech versus Okie State, 7 p.m. ESPN Plus tomorrow night. I may have to go down to that game, Drew. I may go down to that game.
Lean to me is probably probably Oklahoma State, but with Avery out indefinitely,
yeah,
that hurts.
That hurts.
Anderson being out hurts them on the offensive end big time. Hurts to help. He really helps spread the floor, 3-point shooting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And allows Bryce to get off his shot too.
I don't know how many points I would lay in that game as an Oklahoma State fan. It wouldn't be a whole lot. We'll see what that line comes out. I bet it's low. I bet you're going to see a short number. I'd say probably 3.5 or 4.
Yeah,
and it's going to be right on that.
And then OU versus Baylor. God, OU is in they're in such a spin right now, Drew. I don't know how long Mosier, if he can even hold on to his job, dude.
And Baylor's getting healthy. Baylor's starting to get their guys back and starting to play together. They have played together most of the year, and they're getting all their big guns back. Baylor is a sleeper for me to make a nice little run here towards the end of the year.
Yep, I agree, 100. Then Saturday, of course, that's when all the games. You got West Virginia at Texas, KU at OU, Baylor, number 14, Baylor at TCU 17, OSU at Iowa State, which is not even on TV. That game.
It's on ESPN too.
Oh, is it? Because it may be now because it wasn't on. And then Kansas State versus Tech at the end. So that's going to be interesting. And then, Ben, we missed hockey yesterday because there was a lot going on and we missed it.
Man, that was a long weekend. Man.
Yesterday, and then we missed, of course, the All-Star game. But last night, you had the Islanders 2-1 over the Flyers.
Yep, big win for the Islanders. Honestly, they had a big trade. Bo Horvat, it was great to get him on. He had 4 shots, no goals, but I mean, you got to get him in there, and so it was good for them. Torts sent out an email messing around. The coach of the Flyers, their fights are actually up. I think right now it's like 32% from last year. So he sent out an email to all the season ticket holders and said, we're going to change the culture around here. This is the way it's going to go. And it's kind of cool.
I like that. I like when they step in and do that. Panthers 7-1 over the Lightning.
Yeah, not much to say here.
Then, of course, the Rangers 5-4 over the Flames in OT.
Man, this might have been the game of the year. Like, to be honest, if you could catch the highlights on it or watch just like a 3-minute clip of this game, it was awesome. Went to overtime. There was 3 fights. Jacob Trouba for the Rangers, he got announced captain earlier this year, and everybody kind of questioned it. Well, he went out there and had 2 fights, had 4 or 5 massive hits, and he changed the whole tone of the game. Team ends up winning 5-4 in OT. But it was just that was a game to watch. Like, if you can go back and just watch the YouTube clip of that game, it is awesome.
So then you have the Canucks 4, Devils 5 in overtime. That didn't even sound cool. I tried to make it cool. That did not sound cool.
Man,
Devils
yeah,
beat
not
the
much you
Canucks 5-4 in OT.
Yeah, the Nucks after that trade, they're the ones. The Nucks are the ones that traded Bo Horvat to the Islanders, is what I was referring to earlier. So it was kind of weird too. In the All Star game, he was wearing Vancouver stuff, but he played on the East. It was, I don't know, it was really weird. I don't know
Weird.
how they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, after the trade, the 8-1-1 for the Devils in the last 10. They're looking sharp, and they're really kind of feeding it to me because I really thought they were going to fall off. And after this, they're going to keep rolling.
Yeah, then of course my Stars 3-2 over the Unmighty Ducks, 3-2 in a
Man,
shootout.
another W for the Otter in that there.
Yes,
He's
sir.
looking good. Yep.
I like
Yep.
that.
And I mean, $19 million, no points last night for the Stars. So you got to kind of question that. But I mean, more than that. But those are the two guys, $19 million, no points. Like they need to do something.
Yeah.
This should have been point night.
Yep, should have been. Then you got the Yotes over the Wild 3-2.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of pace to this game. Was like really good. Like it was up and down, back and forth. I think there was over 35 shots on both goalies. So this game was like a good high contested game. Nobody likes to go to Mullet Arena in Arizona, so that was it though. But the Yotes got a W.
Yeah, the games tonight looks like, dang, Drew, when are your boys going to play again? I don't even see your boys on the board.
Dude,
neither one of y'all teams are playing?
They've lost 5 in a row.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they're about. They might start having a fire sale.
That's what I was telling you. I was telling you a couple weeks ago. I was like, hey man, they're about to. If they don't get some wins, this is done. And they just didn't do it.
I'm like, man, I don't see the Bruins in here. I don't see the Blues
this is the greatest
in here.
time. This is the greatest time of the year for some of these guys. Like right here after the All-Star weekend is whenever hockey actually matters. Like right now, like this is whenever everything is going to be like, because who's in the mix. You know the teams that are tanking. You know the team like. Everything. Yeah. So like right now, like this is like, the cut in the teeth, like right here is like where we're going to see who cares. Like all these guys, instead of Kyrie and LeBron sitting out every other game, they're going to play every single damn game for the next month. It's going to be just a different tone.
Speaking of dumping, Drew, go look up the over-under. Who's gonna have the NBA worst record, whether it's the Rockets or the Spurs. But anyway, tonight in hockey, you've got Sharks and Lightning, Ben.
Yeah, should be point night in Tampa. I like the puck line. I think it was. I mean, it's not much. I mean, the juice takes a lot away from it. I think it was minus 180. But if you do even minus 2.5, I kind of like that bet too for the Lightning. So we'll see. I know they lost 7-1 last night, but that's not going to happen again.
No. And then of course the Avalanche and the Penguins at 6.
Yep, both teams in here needing points. Avalanche and Pens. McKinnon, Crosby. They just did the whole All-Star game thing together. They grew up in the same town back in Canada. I don't know the exact name of the town, but it's a little small town. So this one should have a lot of like star power. Malkin, McKinnon, all these guys, Crosby. This should be pretty good, but I don't know. I don't know on this one.
Yeah. Then of course you have the Kraken. They're Kraken against the Islanders.
Dude, so sweet. I love that name too. Ever since you said that, I've loved that name even more. But another big game for both teams. I think this one should be like slow, rugged, and it should be like low scoring. So I like the under in this one of 6.
Okay.
I think it's at minus 115.
Oilers and the Red Wings.
Yep. I like the Oilers tonight, puck line. Minus 1.5. McJesus, he was pissed that so he took like another like 1 second to like shoot his last shot, but he went 4 for 4. But the other guy put off 5 shots before his 4 and beat him on the skills challenge. So I think he's going to be pissed, and I think he's going to bury about 2 goals. So I'm actually going to take him to score 3 points and have 2 goals, and then I'm also taking them by the puck line.
Yeah, the anger. The G Knights at the Predators.
Yeah, both teams drowning here. They're just both of them are looking for a rope. If somebody could toss them one, that'd be great. But I mean, the Panthers won 7-1 last night, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. That was a game right. And they're on a back-to-back. So yeah, this game, I'm not really too interested in this one.
Then the Ducks, the Unmighty Ducks are back-to-back nights against the Blackhawks.
Yep. Like you said, on a back-to-back, but this is the who cares game of the night. So that's
Drew, I don't know who's worse, you and him with the who I don't care about this game tonight. That's you guys are supposed to be talking about it. Neither one of y'all care.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're cutting teeth now. We got if we're gonna watch something, we're gonna watch it. I ain't gonna watch this stuff. these two teams tanking. I'm not going to watch that stuff. Are you going to watch, the Panthers versus the Jets? Probably not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
just
I'm not watching.
just one of those things.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. I already know that's not.
I don't think I watched the Jets play all year.
I don't either. I don't think I saw even one clip of even like good stuff or bad stuff. I just think they just like kind of like fell through the road.
No, I watched one Jets game. Who was it? The Jaguars? I think Jets and Jaguars. Maybe I watched that game. Maybe or somebody like that. I watched that. But Ben, what's your feel for LeBron breaking the record tonight?
Is he going to play? I mean, like, what are we doing?
Oh,
he could have broke it. Like,
oh,
Jesus, what are we doing here?
Did you really just
hey,
go there? Did you really go there?
Wow. I'm going to because I just feel different. I feel a different way about all this stuff. I'm very upset with all these guys. I'm upset with the whole Kyrie thing. I think it's going to poison Luka. I think there's so much that if he plays tonight, will he get 36? Yes, he will because
because this is a made for TV event.
Yeah, and it's in LA. So the next game
he's going to live on the free throw line tonight.
Yep, exactly. I think that is 100%. I think they're going to call every single thing, and he's not. And if not, he'll be pouting on the floor like he did against the Celtics. And that
was pretty embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
Oh, that was a foul. But don't react like that.
That was pretty embarrassing what he did.
Come on. Yeah, it was a foul. I saw it. But I'm a Celtics fan too. But I mean, I saw the foul. But also, be a man. Come on, stand up.
That's the pressure getting to LeBron right there. Is because he knows if he don't make the playoffs this year, he can. I already don't think he's a GOAT, but you're going to have a lot of other people joining right in because he missed the playoffs 3 years in a row.
Again. And it came out. He made it 9 years in a row, whatever it was in the West East, and he comes down. He got 10 or whatever. Yep. So,
and we also like.
And they expanded the playoffs to let his ass in.
Yeah, and like exactly. And then one of my dad's friends, I mean, he's been to the NBA Finals for the last 19 years. What do you want to do? Like, give him a fucking title? I'm sorry for the F-bomb there.
Yeah, can't be. You're a hockey player, high stick Harry. That's what you got. That is what you expect. That is what you expect from high stick Harry.
When guys are sitting out, I just don't.
Well, we talked about that the other day. To me, it should be a deal. If you play on the road, you should play every road game because these kids are not. This may be the only chance they ever get a chance to play. You only play in some cities once, and you should be required. If you're only going to play in a city one time, you should be required to play.
So, exactly. And also,
or maybe the players union in the NBA.
That's what I'm saying. The PA
and get them and figure out. Okay, listen, dude, you get 3 a year. Or something. You get 3 a year.
Yeah. So, but this is
also
right.
You're going to start questioning injuries, and you're going to have players' unions getting involved. And
that Pop started all this. Pop started all this.
Yeah, he did.
And then also the PA though, right? So kudos to them because these guys aren't they have guaranteed contracts no matter what. So they're just like the coaches in the NFL where there's I think it's $850 million or something, or it's $85 million. Is what are we going to coaches that aren't even coaching this year? But so the NBA, the way that their NBA PA or whatever it's called, Players Association, they got it to where it's all guaranteed. So
it's been all guaranteed.
You can do load management games and you get paid. In the NHL, and then it's been like the NFL. Yeah, in the NFL, if you just sit out because you want to sit out, you don't get paid.
Baseball and basketball are the only two that are fully guaranteed. And they always
kudos
have been.
to them.
Been for years.
Because they had to get their lawyers, to do all that stuff. That good for them. But also, it just ruins the game. It ruins
Yeah, I just think to me, it's about planning out. Look, my thing is this: if you want to take a few games off, okay, whatever.
Correct.
But if you're playing on the road and you're only in that city one time for that year, you should be made to play that one game. Because I can't think of the number of games when LeBron was at Cleveland. He did not play in Oklahoma City.
You're about to see it too when the Lakers come here March 1st. I bet you lunch right now. The lunch you owe me, Matt. By the way. I bet you we'll go double or nothing. LeBron doesn't play here.
Yeah, you can buy me lunch too, Matt.
I'm not buying. I'm not betting that. That's no.
Man, there's something about it that just bugs me. But I mean, I know it's none of my, it's not kind of my sport, not my forte. But I just get bugged out whenever, like you said, whenever people are paying, people are doing all these things. You're an athlete. your job is to go work, like, is to go play. Your job is to go perform. So go be a lawyer if you're smart enough. Go do whatever you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't skip out on games, and like, there's billions of dollars in this business. Like, come on, like, do what you're supposed to do. I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's frustrating to me. That's all I know. It's very frustrating to me. To me, LeBron's not to go, and I talked to Chris. I said, listen, when you taking games off, Jordan didn't take games off, Kobe didn't take games off, Kareem didn't take games off. They played. And
There's
you're
some
taking
good
games
quotes
off
about
for one.
Kobe.
And they go, well, he played so many playoff games.
Yeah.
So
There's some good quotes about Kobe saying, like, you know, like, he's like, these kids, like, you know, he wanted to watch him play, like, and he wanted them to watch him play. It's a life-changing experience. Like, I literally take my wife to different places to, like, just to go let her see these hockey players that are, like, the best in the world. I'm like, you have to watch this guy play. We'll watch warm-ups, we'll watch everything, and I'll explain it to her, and she gets it, and she sees it, and she's like, wow, this guy is he's a craftsman, like, just, he's like, this is what he does. And she gets it. And, like, that's, I don't know. It's just different. Like, going to, a Thunder game, not seeing Steph shooting threes from, like, half court, like, saying, like, you just want to see that. Like, it's just, I don't know.
well,
It's
the
part of the
difference
whole,
is
like,
Steph normally plays against us. He doesn't really
oh, no,
take
he
times
always
off.
plays.
He plays
No, I
against
love
us.
Steph. I'm not talking anything about Steph.
Yeah.
I think Steph is the greatest because he has quotes about him saying, I will come and play every game. Like, and he doesn't care. They were, like, down by a lot, and he's like, no, we got to get, like, first in the conference.
By
He's
the way,
like,
Drew, do you know that he said that it's the coaches and management that do it, not the players? That's what he said. That's what he said. He goes, it's management because they're trying to load us up for the playoffs so we can play better.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, you play. Yes, I get it. You play 82 games. Okay, then you might play another. What is it? Maybe 100 games in a year when you count playoffs. What is it? You have 3 rounds. That's 21 games. So you're playing 100 games. Okay. Then you have 4 months off. You trying to tell me you can't get in shape? You can't get your body right? You're making $45 million?
Most of them have every other game off.
Preseason either.
I'm like, well,
Yeah,
no. The whole thing is they miss maybe 15 games. They probably play an average of 65 to probably 67, maybe 70
Kyrie,
games a year.
You get paid,
not Kyrie.
Not Kyrie. You get paid for all 82, and you only play 50, and then you complain about playing 50, and you get traded.
Kyrie said, I want a fully guaranteed contract, but I only want to play 56
this
games.
Guy needs
That's
to
what
go.
he said. Well, Drew thinks it's going to be a good thing between him and Luka.
No, I said we're going to see.
I think it's going to be the worst. I think he's going to poison his brain. He's going to, like, literally, like, go out to dinner with him one time. And
well,
then
where it's going to make a difference
is flat.
where you're going to see a difference is with the second unit. If
that's going to make the difference.
Luka gets in foul trouble, or if you put Luka on the bench in the second quarter, can Kyrie come in and fill the void?
Which he can.
So that's what I think. That's what I'm saying is he should be able to take on some scoring load in Dallas. Dallas has been missing that.
Yeah, because Kyrie will start all 4 quarters.
Yep.
He'll start the second and fourth quarter being the main guy to get it going. That's what he'll be. But he'll start the first, second, third, and fourth quarter, kind of like what Josh Giddey does. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, fellas, all right. I know y'all got to get y'all stuff done. You got to go pick the girls up, don't you, Drew?
Oh, yeah, here pretty soon.
Hey, I need to send I'm not buying 60 bars of candy. So I need to get 10 candy, but I'm not buying 60 bars of candy, bro. I'm not doing that.
No, she's got some here for sale at the house.
Are they the caramel ones and the nut ones?
Yeah, I'm not buying that many, man. I'm not doing all that, man. I'm not. You buying 60 bucks, 60 of them?
I'll pay you. I'll get a few.
I'm getting a few, but I'm not getting 60. I'll get 10, but I'm not getting 60.
She's got some here at the house. I can bring to you.
Yeah, because
we're at the caramel field.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, tonight, once again, everybody, we will be at the Boot tonight, 101 South May for the Thunder game, and like Drew and I talked about, we're probably going live sometime right before LeBron breaks the record. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. So we shall see how that breaks out tonight at the Boot. So hopefully everybody can come out and you can get on the air with us and talk a little bit about what's going on or give your opinion about what's happening we're all about that. So if you got something smart to say, if you're an idiot, we're going to cut you off and kick you off. So just letting you know that right now if you're a dumbass.
You guys do that to me all the time.
Well, we're talking about real dumbasses, though, so we can't really mess with you. We can't get too far with you, my brother. But anyway, guys, y'all be safe today. Stay out of trouble.
HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Big Red.
Go ahead, High Stick Harry. Get yours in, too.
All right.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, go Big Red. I'm with him.
No, you're not. No, you're not with him.
Hey,
no.
there's nothing against it.
Ben, you're not with him. Don't say that. You're not with
Here
him.
we go.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. Line change. Cheers, boys.
You two. Y'all going to make me start taking Xanax or something. That's what you two are going to. Oh, I didn't mean to say that live on air. That was bad. That was bad. Anyway, that's my guy, Husker Drew. Drew Hinton of HuskerDrewPicks.com, and my guy, High Stick Harry, Ben Dillman. So thank you guys for doing your thing. Now that we up and we're running and we know what to do, hopefully I'll listen to you guys. You got to work tonight, Ben?
Yeah, no, I'm off tonight.
Okay, well, good. You can come on and you can be on air too tonight. So anyway,
I'm gonna watch some hockey, and then I might slide over to the booth, have a little beer.
Well,
with
if not, you can I'll send you the Zoom if you just want to go online. So whichever.
Yeah. Sounds good,
brother.
brother.
All right, appreciate you. All right, love you guys. You guys be safe. Hey, you guys out there, stay warm. I know that temperature dropped like a mother. Ace is over here looking at me like I'm crazy. I need to put his sweater on so he'll feel warm now. I know Drew is on me about a dog with a sweater. It's not my fault. It's Jennifer Falkenstein. She started it. So everybody be safe out there.